Replacing the manifold on the Husky 1800S is easy. These are the 7 screws that we need to remove. Using both hands, roll the 1800S over and remove the cover. Remove the detergent tubes from the manifold and the number 2 tank. Remove these 4 bolts. Slide the water inlet assembly off of the manifold. Remove the 4 bolts on the manifold and lift it out. Setting the automatic total stop system. This is the automatic total stop switch. The final position of the set screw against this rocker plate is critical. When you squeeze the trigger, pressure is relieved in the pump. This arm moves outward, turning on the motor. When the trigger is released, pressure builds up in the pump, and this arm moves inward, turning off the motor. This switch is deactivated and the motor stops. On the old manifold, note how much the set screw protrudes on the switch side. Insert the set screw into the new manifold. Make sure the hex key side is on the right. Thread the set screw in about the same length as the old set screw and attach the set nut. Place the new manifold on the pump and tighten the 4 bolts. Make sure the gasket is in place. Reattach the assembly and tighten all 4 bolts. Connect the high pressure hose and the water hose. Then turn your faucet on all the way. Plug in the power cord and purge the air from the system. Place a small hex wrench into the set screw. Press the on button and pull the gun trigger. If the motor is running, release the gun trigger. If the motor does not stop when you release the trigger, turn the set screw clockwise until the motor stops. Pull the gun trigger. If the motor does not start, turn the set screw counterclockwise. Continue alternating between pulling the trigger and adjusting the set screw until you achieve the optimal point where pulling the trigger activates the motor and releasing the trigger stops the motor. Finally, tighten the nut on the set screw. You might want to apply some Loctite, which is available at most hardware stores. Reattach the detergent tubes and place the top cover on the bottom. Using both hands, roll the machine back over. Last, reinstall all 7 screws.